Hello, you big, beautiful Broadway world, and welcome back to our new season of Broadway World's Next on Stage competition, sponsored by AMDA. I am still your Broadway buddy, Ben Cameron, thrilled to be here hosting things off. We, my friends, that means all of us, have made it to nearly to the end. By the end of tonight, we will know who our top 3 finalists are in our high school competition. Over last weekend, our top 5 submitted brand new videos of themselves singing songs, of course, from musical theater canon. You've been voting this week for your favorites, and we're about to find out which students did enough to make it to our live finale on Sunday, January 14th. It is going to be a nail biter. The stakes are really high. Our 3 finalists are all going to receive a trip to New York City, tickets to a Broadway show, a stay at Hotel Edison in the heart of the theater district, a meal at USA Brooklyn Delicatessen, and of course, a chance to perform at the famed 54 Below in our finale and earn a chance to be crowned the winner of Next on Stage Season 4. Our judges have been an integral part of our process. They are the heartbeat here. Let's say hello to them. Kyle Taylor Parker is here.
Woo! Hello.
Woo! All right, Kyle Taylor Parker, you have a lot of power tonight, as do all of our judges, as we're mixing things up and giving guys the power to put one of our final 3 through. What will you be looking for? What will be the turning point for you?
Ooh, I'm kind of terrified because everyone's so good. I guess what's the turning point for me? Point of view, originality. I want to see you, what only you can do.
I love it. And do you have those T-shirts ready to hand out?
Oh, I hope so. It's Christmas, so I should have some extra ones, right?
Absolutely. Next up, the fabulous Leslie Margarita.
Hello!
Hello, Leslie. Leslie, what's the turning point for you? What is going to be the magic thing that says to you, this person deserves to be flown to New York City?
It's kind of going what KTP said. It's going to be who sticks out, who's the most original for me, who has something to say to our Broadway community or our art, who has something to give that's different that we haven't seen before. But again, it's so hard. They're all so good.
I know you have your work cut out for you today.
Yeah.
Kate Rockwell will join us on screen now. Kate Rockwell.
Yay!
Kate Rockwell, what, having been through this journey with these fabulous high school students, they're high school students. It's crazy. What is a mistake that we could make that would eliminate us? What piece of advice that we ignore could be the nail in our proverbial coffin?
Ooh, I hate being the bearer of that bad news. I think that the would be sort of the lack of your own voice, right? Like the lack of being able to speak things as your truth.
I love it. That's powerful stuff. All right, judges, let me tell you how this is going to work today. Actually, before I do that, I want to tell you about our lead sponsor, AMDA, going off the grid here. AMDA, College of the Performing Arts, is proud to present open house events in New York City and Los Angeles. You can experience a day in the life of an AMDA student and learn more about our world-class faculty and unparalleled performing arts curriculum. Attendees will also participate in a Q&A with alumni and faculty, learn about financial aid and scholarships, and receive personalized guidance through our admission process. Visit amda.edu to sign up for an upcoming open house event. Very cool. We can learn a little bit more about AMDA right now.
Today, more than 2,300 students each year become part of AMDA's thriving community of artists, honing their craft with one of the top performing arts faculties in the world. AMDA gives students the opportunity to study on both coasts, with campuses in New York City and Los Angeles, the 2 epicenters of world entertainment and culture.
Thank you, AMDA. Be sure that you're following along here today with Broadway World Stage Mag, which you can check out by scanning the code here. All right, now I'm going to tell you how it's working today. First, I'm going to reveal the 2 students, judges, who have made it via votes into our final. They will be locked and loaded based on votes. At that point, we'll watch performances from all of the remaining contestants, all of them almost, and it will be up to you, as I mentioned earlier, to decide who our third finalist is and deserves to come to New York City for our live grand finale. Lots of power, very exciting stuff. Are you ready to do this thing?
Yes.
Right, let's see who's coming to New York City. Our first finalist is McKenzie Crawford from Sioux City, Iowa. Last week you heard her sing from the Addams Family, and this week she's singing Requiem from Dear Evan Hansen. Congratulations, McKenzie.
Why should I play this game of pretend? Remembering through a secondhand sorrow, such a great son and wonderful friend. Oh, don't the tears just pour? Why should I have a heavy heart? Why should I start to break in pieces? Why should I go and fall apart for you? Why should I play the grieving girl and lie, saying that I miss you and that my world has gone dark without your light? I will sing no requiem tonight, 'cause when the villains fall, the kingdoms never weep. No one lights a candle to remember. No one mourns it all when they lay them down to sleep. So don't tell me that I didn't have it right. Don't tell me that it wasn't black and white. After all you put me through, don't say it wasn't true, that you were not the monster that I knew. 'Cause I cannot play the grieving girl and lie, saying that I miss you and that my world has gone dark. I will sing no requiem tonight.
All right, that is McKenzie Crawford from Sioux City, Iowa, soon to be live on stage in New York City. That is so cool. Let's get some feedback next time we see her. She's going to be live on stage at 54 Below. Kate Rockwell, let's go.
Congratulations, McKenzie. This is fabulous. I'm so excited for you. Welcome soon. Welcome to New York City. We get to see you in person. Great. This was beautiful. And I want to compliment you on, I don't know if you took my note or if you would have done this on your own. I like feeling like it didn't have to be pretty, right? So this is a very, very devastating song. This is a very challenging emotional place to get to. I generally speaking say like, this is a tough song to dive into in an audition setting because you have to work yourself up into such a horrifying, like distraught place. And so I commend you for that, for not spending a lot of energy like trying to be the pretty princess version of this song, which is great because it's not pretty and it's not princessy. It's very real and it's very devastating. I think I would say my feedback for you, especially in a song like this, is you can simplify this. You can let this be less. I hope that you have no personal experience of this kind of trauma. I would love to know that that's not been your experience, especially at this point in your life. I think this kind of loss and the complexity of the feeling of, I don't want to say hating, but like of having these very, very negative feelings, this negative relationship with someone who is now being idolized and worshipped because they are no longer, is incredibly conflicting. It's incredibly internal. I don't need you to show that to us. I don't need you to perform sadness. I don't need you to perform torture. I don't need you to perform confusion. I just need you to let it be. Let it be confusing. Let it be painful. Let it be sad. And let yourself be angry, right? These are real human emotions that everybody can tap into, whether or not you have had this particular experience or even this level of trauma. So my sort of feedback for you is trust the material. trust that you know how to access human emotions like these, even in high stakes situations, and let them be, and don't feel like you have to share them, right? So that the body can relax, the hands can relax, and you can really just experience those feelings at the level that they come to you. And that's the vulnerable part, right? Is about letting them really come up and out without feeling like it has to transform into a performance of it. But beautiful, and I'm excited to see you in New York City.
All right. I love that. Trust the material. Kyle Taylor Parker.
Woohoo! Hey, you sound great. I really loved the passion. I feel like this for you was really great work in messing it all up and being really passionate about something. I really love that. I love the connection. I totally agree with Kate to really let it be. Another thing to think about when you have songs that a person is falling apart or a person is maybe crying, it's hard to play that, right? Because if you just give into it, then the number's over. But we want to see the fight to not fall apart, right? It's kind of, you might feel bad about saying something like this. That might be another color to add to it. Like, is there guilt about not feeling bad about someone who is no longer here? Does it make it harder to say these things? Give yourself more of a journey. But hey, this was really, really great, passionate work.
Love it. Leslie Margarita.
McKenzie, first of all, congrats. I just love your voice so much. And what I loved about this performance is that you let it, like we've all been saying, you let it get rough, you let it get ugly, because that's what this is. And while still being on pitch and still sounding great, I loved it. I
feel like we're all being like, good job being ugly.
Yeah, but
you were not ugly.
You were not
ugly. Your performance was not
you
ugly.
could never
like,
be right.
No, beautiful. I mean like ugly, vocally ugly. That's what I mean. Vocally ugly. Like it's not perfect, and there was a growl and there was, but yeah, you could never be physically ugly, but vocally a little bit rough. Ugly's not the right, rough. I really loved this. I totally agree with these two. I think stillness is our friend. And again, going forward, I always like kind of the opposite of what people think is supposed to be. Like KTP was saying, if it's crying or emotional, I always kind of love like choosing nothing and letting it out very, very few moments. Not nothing, but just holding that back. Like my friends were just saying, like, you don't have to show us everything. But I really, really liked this for you. I could see you playing this role. Like, I really, really loved this for you. So congrats. Can't wait to meet you in person.
So cool. Congratulations, McKenzie. Excited to see what you sing in New York City. And our second finalist going to the finals in New York City from Henrico, Virginia, Braxton Offer. Woo! Last week, Braxton took on King George in Hamilton, and this week he's performing Temporarily Lost from the Bridges of Madison County.
You spend your time behind a camera. Sometimes you almost disappear. You see a waterfall in Cameroon and start to wonder why we're here. Gotta touch it with your fingers and feel the way the water flows till you figure out the meaning. At least I think that's how it goes. So I've been looking for something, and who can reckon the cost? You chase it every day, you think you're on your way, and then you're temporarily lost. And now it seems to me the way you find the key is to be temporarily lost.
That's Braxton Offer, soon to be in New York City. God, I love that score. Holy moly, that's one of my favorites of all time. KTP, let's start with you for Braxton.
So good. I thought you were going to say soon to be offer only.
Literally.
I mean, the work is good. Good job. You sound great. Listen, charm walks into the room with you. That's just charm and ease is always going to be there when you start something. So a few of my ideas for you are just on how to now elevate, move to the next step. These are things that probably in 3 years you're going to be able to grab. I mean, that's what it's so good. That's what we're talking about right now. I would say, especially in a self-tape and in a song like this, and with a person like you with all that charm, invest in who you're speaking to. When are they with you? When are they questioning you? You know, I think that will give you more fight and get you into the play, as we say, as opposed to only on this side of the camera. Last thing that I think will elevate your work is when you leave no question unasked. Always ask the question, right? Like from the point of view of waiting for a response. You have a few questions in this. Let yourself be a bit vulnerable. You don't know if they're with you or not. Ooh, that's it.
Ding.
Yeah, that's your time, KTP. Yeah. That's your time. Leslie, I'm sorry we're out of time for you now. Leslie, what are your thoughts?
Oh my gosh, Braxton, welcome to New York.
It's been waiting for you.
Yeah, welcome to New York. You are so good at this age. It's a little bit frightening because like what's going to be in what's left what's going to be in 4 or 5 years, 2 years, you know. I love your voice. I love that you're so versatile. I love that you can do everything. You are a star. You're going to work so much. All I can offer is kind of what KTP was saying. Like, I think more of a little focus on the point of view is a little like all kind of pleasant. So it maybe just a few more colors in there, but man, your voice is just gorge and there's not much to say. Now it's really just fine tuning. I'm really excited for everyone here coming to New York, but it was just, I could just listen to you sing for forever and ever, that tone. So yeah, just keep refining your points of view. And we know you've got those tools. So you have so much to work with and I'm very excited. Good job.
All right. And Kate, what do you have for Braxton Offer Only?
Listen, Braxton Offer Only, I am obsessed with the quality of your voice. You open your mouth and it is like, good Lord, how are you not 35? I don't understand. There's such breadth and depth of sound and you have such control, which is the thing that like, I don't know how you have that at your age. I don't know exactly what your age is, but like, I don't know how you have it. It's stunning. It is so, like from a musical standpoint, it is so glorious. And then, I mean, it's literally what KTP said. Like you like look up and it's like, oh, I'm listening. Like I'm instantly on board. I'm on the train with you, you know, drinking my cup of coffee and enjoying the ride. I think for me, and this, I was just thinking as Leslie was saying, I was like, at this point, we don't, there's this feedback is so minute because you're all operating at such an incredible level of talent. And I do think a lot of it's going to come down to song choice at this point. And I don't mean that in like a negative, like this was a bad song way. What I mean is that I felt like this was too easy. This song, this character has a lot going on. And even though he's like being sort of seductive in this moment, there's a complexity underneath that drives a lot of the decisions that he makes. And I felt like this was a very easy, like, it was almost like dancing through life energy. And I don't know that I think that that's all this song has to offer. And I definitely don't think that's all you have to offer. So I wonder if this song, character-wise, not because vocally it's freaking stunning. If this song character-wise isn't like right in the center of who you want to communicate that you are, right? Because at the end of the day, that's what an audition is. It's an introduction to who you are and let me share with you how I feel about things. And the songs that work best in an audition setting, particularly when it's like, pick whatever you want, is let me show you exactly who I am and exactly what I want to say. And I feel like this song, you had like some stuff to say, but I want to see you have everything to say. I want you to know inside and outside what this moment in time that you are describing to me is for you, right? Not in the show. I don't care about the show right now. We're doing auditions. We're doing our own stories, right? This is you and you. This is Braxton and Braxton the musical, and this is the 11 o'clock number. And I feel like there was a better song for you because I think that there's more story-wise, purely story-wise. Again, I have no notes vocally. It's just stunning. I just felt like you could dive in more. You can have more to say. And that's where this competition is going to go now, is like the like winning this competition is going to be point of view, strength of conviction, and tenacity, like the sort of tenacity that you bring to the performance. I know that you have that because I've seen it over the last however many weeks we've been doing this. And I just want, for this next thing, I want you to find a song that you cannot live without communicating. That's what I want from you. And this is not the place for me to say that. I love that I've just taken this over and I am now having private coaching. I want you to find the thing that you can't live without. And that's the song that you should be singing next week. Not next week, whenever it is that I'm seeing you.
January 14th.
January 14th. Thank you.
All right. Well, this has gotten me all very, very excited. I'm all tingly with anticipation about this finale. Congratulations, McKenzie and Braxton.
Oh, both so great.
Stuff. All right, friends, here we go. There's one more spot left in the top 3. Judges, it is your call. We will look at 4 videos from Awesome Almosts. We're going to check out their performances without feedback. Then our judges will deliberate and select one out of these 4 to come to New York City. So let's get to it. First up, let's hear from our good pal, Jada Lee Miller from Palms Harbor, Florida. Last week she sang From the Prom, and this week she is back with I Want the Good Times Back from The Little Mermaid.
When Daddy Dear was floating on his deathbed, he divvied up his kingdom into 2. I got the magic shell and half the sea as well. And his trident went to, you know who his trident went to, don't you, babies? My reign, why it was blissfully delicious. The glamour, glitz, and style were all corrupt. Did I use some black magic? Oh, oopsie, my bad. Did I mutilate, maim, and destroy? Just a tad. But for that I get banished. But me, I'm not mad. But there's one little thing that I want. Just one eensy teensy thing that I want the good times back. I want those grand old days. I want the twisted nights, the sick delights, the wild soirees. I want those trembling crowds of shellfish crushed and peeled for me to dine. Not because I'm mean or selfish, I only want what's mine. I want disgusting wealth. I want exquisite sin. Want the entire sea to worship me on bended fin. I want to greet my loving subjects and then have them as a snack. Remember those good times? I want them back.
All right, that's Jada Lee Miller. Next up for your consideration, Jeffrey Walker III, also from Palm Harbor, Florida. Last week he was Adolfo, and this week he's singing at the fountain from Sweet Smell of Success.
Maybe I'm at the fountain. Maybe I'm at the start. It's time to step up and drink and not even think. You don't have to think to be smart. Sometimes the perfect timing feels like a work of art.
'cause it can bring you your break and answer the ache. He offers, you take the part. Garbo, Brando, Harlow, Monroe, keep the O. Garbo, Brando, Harlow, Monroe, keep the O. Somebody buys a paper at the stand. Buddy, you hold my future in your hand. Fortunes change. People grow now and then. Fountains flow. It's like he saw inside of me where I belong, what I could be. And in the flashing of the neon, I can swear that he could see what's really there. Garbo, Brando, Harlow,
All right, Jeffrey Walker III. Next up, we're going to hear from Ava Simone from Miami, Florida. Last week, you saved her when she sang Journey to the Past, and this week she sang I Can't Say No from Oklahoma.
It ain't so much a question of not knowing what to do. I know it's right and wrong since I've been 10. I heard a lot of stories, and I reckon they are true, about how girls are put upon by men. I know I mustn't fall into the pit, but when I'm with a feller, I forget. I'm just a girl who can't say no. I'm in a terrible fix. I always say, come on, let's go, just when I ought to say nix. When a person tries to kiss a girl, I bet she ought to give his face a smack. But as soon as someone kisses me, I guess I sort of want to kiss him back. I'm just a fool when lights are low. I can't be prissy and quaint. I'm not the type that can fake. How can I be when I ain't? I can't say no.
All right, that was Ava Simone. And finally, Cooper, our BC from Massapequa, New York. Last week, Cooper sang Try Me from She Loves Me, and this week he's performing Right Before My Eyes from Ever After.
Right before my eyes, there's a smile to be a king for. Right before my eyes, there's a girl I long to know. There's a heart I long to conquer. There's a hand I long to hold. There's a feeling I might spend my lifetime loving, growing old. I have come here all my life with 100,000 questions. Now questions fall away, and much to my surprise, fate was listening indeed. Oh, the answers that I need are here and real and right before my eyes.
Cooper, our BC from Massapequa, New York. All right, judges, it is your time to deliberate. This is not going to be an easy discussion, I would imagine. And when we come back, our judges will announce who's coming to New York City. Hang tight. All right, friends, we're back, and it is the moment of truth. It was a tough conversation that we had, but we worked through it. Judges, Kate Rockwell, I believe you're going to let us know who the judges are handpicking to join us for the live finale in New York City.
I have been chosen. I have been chosen to pass down the decrees.
You have the conch.
Listen, I want to say to all three of you, you are spectacular. This has been such a pleasure to watch you over these last few weeks grow and perform and be brave. And that is such a blessing. And we really appreciate it. We adore you. I am so excited to see the work that all of you do as you continue in your journey. The person that we have chosen to come to the I'm like nervous.
I know.
My palms are sweating.
The person that we have chosen to come and be a part of our live finale is Jeffrey. Jeffrey, we are so excited to have you be here. I can speak for everybody. We are such huge fans of your work. I want to give you this piece of advice going forward as you start prepping for there's the live show. I want you to think very, very hard about your song choice. I think we all sort of feel that this is a deep cut from a deep cut. There's sometimes a reason for that. I think that these like sort of unknown songs can sometimes be a real blessing because if you have a really strong opinion on it, that is amazing. I just really encourage you, and I know I said it to Braxton, I'm going to say it again. I encourage you to find a piece of music that would be the 11 o'clock number of Jeffrey the musical, right? Like pick the piece of music that you connect to so deeply, both musically, vocally, but also character-wise, story-wise, emotionally. Find out what is happening in the song for this character and make sure that it is something that you really, truly get. There aren't wrong answers in song choice, right? For an audition like this, right? There is no musical you're trying to fit into. So you can pick anything as long as you are so deeply connected to that piece that it tells me and everybody who's going to be watching you who you are as a person, as a performer. It tells us everything that we need to know. So that's what I charge you with. That is a huge thing to ask of somebody, but that is what I charge you with for the live finale. Find that song, bring it to us in New York City.
All right. Thank you, judges. There we have it. We have Braxton, McKenzie, and Jeffrey. And we cannot wait to see you all and all of our judges in person at our live finale on Sunday, January 14th. Viewers, be sure to tune in to find out who will be crowned the winner of Next on Stage. Holy moly. Thank you, judges. Thanks to everyone who submitted videos and for your incredible work. And it's been wonderful to watch your growth. I'm your Broadway buddy, Ben Cameron. Thank you all so much. Good night.
Good night.
Come to New York.